Hello, welcome in everybody. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Tarot, and we're going to talk about these energies and the messages that came through for me today. Before jumping in with the messages that I scried and jumping in with the tarot, I just want you to remember that this message is all about guidance. It's all about empowerment, and so take the message as it resonates. I'm not here to tell you what to do. The cards are not here to tell you what to do, but rather I'm just kind of here to nudge you in the right direction. And so take this reading as an opportunity to step into your power and to create the life that you want. But let's talk about these energies. Some major number syncs was 77, 717, 777, and 171. And what kept being shown to me over and over and over again in my third eye was the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Cups. And then I was shown the Sun card with the Magician, and I felt very prominent energies connected to the Leo collective, the Virgo collective, and the Gemini collective. And what I was shown was an alchemy going on between water and fire. And so the water element felt very calming. It felt like a very calming emotional energy. And I also felt like a feminine here that might be broken by the urgency of a situation. And so the message was very loud. You're going to need to be fluid. You're going to need to be adaptable, because there's a major reflection going on with the feminine energy and the masculine energy. The fire element felt very extremely intensely ruthless. And so this was a very powerful driving force of energies, which I feel was a reflection of the masculine energy within the collective. And so something here I feel is like opening up. Something is opening up when it comes to a richer dimension of life. And so we have a grand Earth trine playing out in the energies today between Mercury and Virgo, between Pluto and Capricorn, and Uranus and Taurus. And so this is opening up a new dimension of life. I feel it's grounding in a new dimension of life. And so divine feminine, there's something about the upper octave of Venus playing out for the divine feminine collective. And so the divine feminine is the vibration of love. It is the vibration of love raised into the highest levels of compassion, which does equate to the Christ vibration, which is Christ consciousness, which is what the twins came here to embody. And so very loudly, I heard responsibility. Then I heard self-sacrifice, and then I heard courage. And so divine feminine, the message was very clear. They will seek you out. They will ask for your assistance. And so your responsibilities right now within the collective are going to require your full attention. Use your discernment. You need to remember, divine feminine, you are a teacher of the teachers. And so you are here and required to shine that light, spread that light, because you are responsible for a specific task when it comes to your mission, should you accept the task. And so right now I feel the feminines are likely being met with a lot of distractions, a lot of temptations, and these can arise to kind of keep you from actualizing your purpose. So you can't sit back anymore. Do not sit back and build castles in the air. And so there's a need to get grounded. You think of the air energy, it's very higher up there, and the earth, the grand earth trine is saying, hey, it's time to bring that back down to reality. We can't build castles up in the air. We can't be scattering all of this creative energy. It needs to be grounded. And so you need your willpower. You need your determination to realize your real value when it comes to this lifetime. And so you likely have very many mystical or psychic experiences that you've gone through. And so how can you use these experiences and rely on your intuition for guidance? And so there's gifts here coming to the surface. There's also going to be a lot of spiritual tests that are going to need to be handled. And when I think of the number 7, for me, it is the number of the mystic. And so it is the number of the truth seeker, the truth speaker. And so there's going to be 7 temptations that you're going to have to overcome, I feel. And the energy is warning you of vanity, of fame, of ego, of illusion, of jealousy, of frivolity, and glamour. And so we need to remember, Divine Feminine, these energies that you need to work through when it comes to the 7 powers, they're not going to bring you complete and total happiness and fulfillment. So be ever aware of the true value behind the illusions that you are seeing in these energies. And so what does it mean? What does it mean to live life on your terms? Because achievement was a very loud message. Achievement, completion. And so you need to have control over your emotions so you can take deliberate, concentrated actions moving forward. And so have faith, have integrity, and have concern for others. This should always be the main domination of all of the actions that you take. Be tolerant, be forgiving, and believe that faith and spiritual development can cure all negativity in your life. And so there's something about past efforts and attitudes coming to fruition now, whatever that means for you. But your success is going to be dependent on how well you have handled your past efforts and your past attitudes. And so ask yourself, what is your highest potential? What is the best possible version of yourself? What would you like your life to look like if you aligned with your greatest potential? Because right now there is a very supportive undercurrent of energies playing out in the collective. And so this is perfect for planting seeds. It's perfect for, writing down, jotting down those new ideas, those new plans, and setting those intentions to unfold and to flourish moving forward. So let's go a little bit further with the cards. We're going to jump in with the Star Codes Astro Oracle deck today, and we're going to see what other additional messages need to come through. Look at that on the cut. We get the Scorpio card and the Libra. And so we are going to have a Libra eclipse coming up here on October the 2nd, the 1st and the 2nd, depending on where you are in the world. And so there is a rebalancing going on here. It's going to take spiritual strength. It's going to take determination. I feel Chariot energy. I feel Cancer energy. And I feel Leo energy playing out in strength. And so the Scorpio energy is saying, hey, there's something here that needs to be looked at a little bit deeper, that needs to be investigated a little further in order to create some type of balance. And so Scorpio and Libra energy, very loud. Okay, so I just noticed the dignified card, and there's that Leo energy. And so we're kind of in an eclipse portal. It feels like a rebirth. It feels like many layers are being shed. There's a light being shone down on belief systems for sure in these energies. And so how can you shine that light, Divine Feminine? Let's get at it. Let's see what other energies need to come through. Keep in mind that this reading is not sign specific. If you would like to book a more personalized message, do feel free to check out the description box below, guys. Down below there is a link to my webpage. Also, if you would like to become a channel member, I'd love to see you over on the other side for the channel membership. But what have we got? We got that Libra card, very loud. Libra is saying find that balance, seek that balance, bring your life into balance. Let's cut the deck and let's see what other messages need to come through. We're going to put the Libra card aside here, and we're going to see what else needs to come through for the collective today. Look at that, Pluto. There is a rebirth taking place, and so there's going to be certain elements of your life that can no longer remain. And so something here is spinning, I feel, spinning out of control. And so the rebirth portal, and I feel an Ace of Wands energy. We get the solar flares card out again today. That did come through in yesterday's message. And we get partnership. And so we are rebirthing partnerships, a big part of the Twin Flame Collective. We are here to clear third party. And so whenever I see the parrot energy, I always think of gossip. I do feel gossip, right? Parrots like to repeat everything that you say to them. And so somebody here might be sharing all of your secrets. They might be kind of putting it on blast. So be mindful. Just because you're in partnership with somebody does not mean that they are trustworthy. And what do we got on the bottom of the deck? We got the South Node. So there is a partnership here in focus. This is a past life connection. It is connected to an old, outdated belief or pattern. And so there is a need to maybe go through some type of ending connected to a partnership here. So the Pluto energy is saying something here can no longer remain. And there is a major activation when it comes to a healing portal. And I do think there is a very challenging relationship here that needs to be brought to an end, brought to a close, because it is connected to the past. And we will have many, many past life soulmates that we come across this lifetime. And then there's that master number 33 again. And so the 7 of Wands energy coming through. So the teacher of the teacher. And so there's a lesson here that needs to be mastered. There is a lesson here that needs to be ascended in order for you to progress along your journey, because they're showing me the 2 of Swords. And so there's blocks here when it comes to moving forward. And so maybe you spend a lot of time in a partnership and you keep repeating the same negative patterns, and it feels like you're taking 2 steps forward and then you always start back at square one. And when that happens, it is a clear indication that the relationship is a platonic relationship. It is here to teach you something about yourself. It is here to mirror back something to you about a past pattern that you're going to need to rise above in order to bring your life into balance. And so let's read into the Libra card. It is a 7 card. And so the 7 is the representation of the Chariot. And only an emperor and an empress ride in a chariot. And so I feel the Libra energy is really asking you to strengthen all of your relationships with an infusion of justice. So ask yourself, are these relationships built on equality with a sense of equanimity? Is there open, honest communication in your relationship? Is there fairness? Is there romance? And so think of Libra. It is a cardinal sign. Libra is ruled by Venus, and it does symbolize the scales, the balancing of the scales. And so Libra energy is also connected to the kidneys. And so this is really about bringing your whole life back into a state of balance. And so the action that is required right now is compassion, infusing your purpose at this point in time and to bring your life into true balance. There's likely a situation here where there's some type of social injustice that needs to be addressed. So how can you assess what it is that you value, what it is that another values, and come to some type of decision about, is this fair? Is this not fair? And so maybe there's a lack of compromise. Maybe there's a need to be aware of your own personal biases in this connection, whether you believe that your opinion is more important than someone else's. But I feel there's no justice and there's no peace here when it comes to a certain situation that you might be questioning. And so how can you bring justice and peace back into your life? This is about taking a straightforward approach and making sure that everyone in this situation is going to be felt, they're going to be heard, they're going to be acknowledged. But I feel right now there's a challenge when it comes to some sort of conflict that needs to kind of erupt before any type of healthy equilibrium can be reestablished. So somebody here I feel has repressed some emotions. Somebody here I feel is feeling very shallow, very incomplete, very lonely. And this is a call to express a deeper, compassionate energy in your life. And so the path of life is to be lived in a state of balance. And we can't live in a state of balance if we are not in the right relationship when it comes to another person. And so there's a cycle here, I feel, coming to a close. So let's go a little bit further with the Tarot of Dreams deck, and let's see what needs to come through. Look at that. We get the Page of Coins. We get the 3 of Wands. And so this is about taking action, planting a new seed. The Page of Coins is a clean slate. It's a fresh start. It's about, you know, making that decision and taking steps towards manifesting something. The Two of Wands is, hey, I've made a choice. The Three of Wands is, I got to take those action steps now, or an opportunity might just pass you by. So the pages are fresh new energy. Let's get at it. Let's see what else needs to come through. Look at, you know it's time to take a leap of faith. And so we get Pisces energy, we get Aries energy. And so the Fool, that's connected to that Earth trine, the Uranus energy. And so there might be an unexpected shakeup. But I do feel with the High Priestess, it's like, you know this is coming. You felt this coming. There's something about this eclipse portal that started during the full moon eclipse in Pisces that is reaching some type of completion when we get to that new moon eclipse in Libra. So let's see what needs to come through, guys. Please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video, comment on the video, and share the video. But belief systems are being challenged. We got the Faith card, or the Hierophant card, kind of just jumped out and it came out sideways. And so whenever a card comes out sideways, this is a challenge, and it kind of landed right below the South Node. So there is a pattern here that needs to be brought to the surface in order to bring forward a new belief system. So let's get 9 cards out and let's see what the message is today for the collective. We get the Two of Swords. We get the Ace of Swords. And so there's some truth coming to light here. We get the Three of Coins, and this is Capricornian energy. So we see Libra energy, we see Capricorn energy, Mars energy. This is about a truthful new beginning is what it feels like. Look at that, truthful new beginning. Ace of Cups. The central energy is the Palace of Swords. We get the Chariot. There's that 7 card that I felt. We get Cancer energy, Capricorn, Cancer, Libra. We get Scorpio energy. There's that death energy. There's that Pluto. There's that rebirth. What else do we got here? We get the 6 of Coins in reverse. And we get the 10 of Coins. And so the 10 of Coins is a foundation. This is a legacy. I feel Virgo energy. We get Mercury energy. We get the Moon. We get Taurus, Libra coming out on the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. And so this really is saying it's time to put to rest anything in your life that is not balanced. And so what I feel here at play is a 4 of Pentacles. We've kind of got a 4 of Pentacles here at play. So if we take the 10 and we take away 6, we get a 4. And so somebody here is holding on. They're holding on to a situation that I feel needs to be put to bed, needs to be laid to rest. And so there's a need to kind of unblock the heart. Somebody here, I feel, is walking into a situation blind, or has been living life with the rose-colored glasses on. And it's kind of time to see this truth. It's time to open your eyes. And so I kind of feel this energy of somebody is just slaving away in a partnership here, because we got the partnership card right above the 3 of Coins. And it's like you're the only one really putting an effort here. And so there's a need to take a step back and reevaluate, hey, maybe I need to pour into my own cup first. Maybe I need to really reevaluate, is this bringing me joy? Is this a relationship where it's pouring back into me? And there's a need to kind of get honest here, I feel, because the whole truth and nothing but the truth is coming to light. And this is going to get somebody packing, I feel. This is really asking you to find your determination and to find your willpower to take charge of a situation. And this is likely a very emotional decision that needs to be made. But there's something here about shedding. You're going to have to shed your old skin. You're going to have to shed your old ways. And so very interesting. We got the Taurus and the Scorpio energy. This could be connected to a karmic pathway when it comes to a North Node activation. You could be a Scorpio North Node. You could be a Taurus North Node. I almost feel like a Taurus South Node energy, the way that the Hierophant card is just below the South Node. So this very well could be North Node, South Node energy between Taurus and Scorpio. And there is a need to recognize, hey, something here isn't balanced. Maybe there's a need to rectify a past decision. But you can't build castles in the sky, right? And so something here could have been built under false pretenses. And it's time to walk through the doorway of a new experience. It's really time to put in the work, to take action towards creating the life that you want. And so below the 8 of coins on the bottom of the deck, we get the King of Wands. And below that, we get the Ace of Wands, or the Palace of Wands, similar to the Ace of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. And so very similar energies to yesterday. There is going to be an opportunity to maybe work on creating balance within a partnership. But I feel there's really a need to recognize what the block is connected to a childhood wound that's really prevented you from calling in that true reciprocal partnership. And so the Two of Cups coming out again today. And so Libra energy is all about relationships. Relationships come through in every reading because relationships is a big part of our human existence, right? And so there is a need to address, I feel, a childhood wound that has been a block to manifesting true everlasting partnership and love, because I do feel there is a partnership here that is challenging, and it's maybe an echo of a past cycle here, and there's a need to gain a new perspective here. And so maybe the worst has already happened. Relationships are not meant to come into your life and destroy you. They're not meant to betray you. And so it's kind of time to put the past pain behind. I do feel a healer here. You think of the healer usually has 10 swords in their back, and they still will walk the healing journey. And so something here I feel is definitely being alchemized, and there is a need to put the past to bed if you want that healthy reciprocal relationship. And so what is it that needs to die away in your life? Because this Pluto energy is saying, hey, something needs to be rebirthed here. So let's read in to that Pluto card, because I'm feeling that there's a big change on the horizon. And so there's definitely a challenge here for sure. There's a challenge when it comes to facing your shadow side. So there could be an underlying obsession that is bringing somebody deep into a state of depression connected to their mortality. I do feel there's like stuffed down, repressed grief here. And so I think Pluto is asking you to face life and death, right? Sometimes we have to face a decision that might feel like life and death. And maybe you're asking yourself, why am I here? What was all of this for? And so it really isn't about the rhetorical question. It's really about stripping down everything that's a block for you coming back to what really matters. And that's when you're going to find the answers. And so notice any states of neurosis. When we try to control through the mind, we are not coming from a place of healing. And so we do have to take care of ourselves, yes, but somebody here needs to let go of an old form, an old way of being. Somebody might even need to mourn what was left behind before they can get curious about what is about to arrive when it comes to a certain partnership here. So let's clarify the Palace of Swords, because there's some truth coming to light here about a situation that needs some type of rebalancing with that Six of Coins in reverse. So let's clarify this Palace of Swords and let's see what needs to come through. Oh, we get the Moon. And so I kind of feel all has not been revealed yet. There could have been a layer that was shown to you during the Pisces eclipse. And there's likely going to be some healing that is needed. Look, there's that truth. So you know what that truth is. It's going to be different for all of you. Something about the truth coming to light. Secrets are coming to light. And there's going to be a need to heal. There is unhealed grief is really what it feels like. And I do feel that eclipse kind of brought in that truth. Look at that. And then we get the Emperor. So there is a divine masculine energy coming through very strongly that likely has come into some type of an awakening connected to soul recognition. And they are deep, deep, deep in their emotions is what it feels like. And so there's a need for resting. The next 3 to 4 weeks could be a period of resting before bringing something into balance. And so all is not clear yet. So there is a major closing of a cycle here in between these eclipse portals. You see the Pisces, you see the Libra energy. And so I think the truth came to light during that first eclipse. And so it's going to take a couple of weeks for somebody to kind of sit in this truth, to work through their emotions before they can boss up as a divine masculine, as a counterpart. And this is going to bring a shift in legacies. And so there is going to be victory after maybe years of challenge. I do feel somebody here is going through a major heart expansion at the moment, and they're learning like, hey, it really isn't all about the money. It is about love. So let's clarify the death card. I'd like to look into that energy a little bit further. Oh, we get the Tower, and so get ready for some unexpected changes. The Tower is coming in to break apart an old belief system. The Tower is coming in to say, hey, there was a foundation here built up in the clouds, built up on quicksand, and it's kind of time for this to be put to bed. So there is something that does need to be walked away from when it comes to a false sense of security, maybe even a foundation. But I feel something about Saturn retrograde in Pisces. This is really allowing you to see something with full clarity. And then this is going to hurt. Yeah, it is. And so all endings hurt. All endings hurt. But once you see this truth, you can't unsee it. And it is a block to a new beginning in love here. And so what's on the bottom of the deck? There is going to be an opportunity to create ultimate fulfillment here. But you're going to have to take some time to go within. And so I do feel a counterpart situation. Very loudly. We get more Pisces, we get Virgo, and then we get that Taurus, Libra energy. And so there could be a counterpart situation being rebirthed, maybe after several years of separation. But there is a need to walk away from anything that is false right now in order to manifest the life that it is that you do want. And so take that time to go within. Take that time to shine that light on all of these negative vices, because there is a challenge here. And the challenge might be communication. The challenge might be cutting through some type of an illusion or addictions. And so communication is a block when it comes to opening up the doorway to some type of union. I'm hearing the first wave of unions. And so the judgment is saying, hey, there is an awakening going on here. Pluto retrograde in Capricorn is saying, hey, it's time to clean this up. There's also this process of soul retrieval going on, and there's that Pandora's box. And so there is almost like a need to recognize the lack in your life or the lack of consciousness, and you can't unsee this. And so get ready to face some opposition. There is an unexpected change coming, and it will require you to walk away, and it is going to hurt, but your heart will heal with time. So let's close this reading off with a crystal stone deck message. Let's see what we got for a closing message here today. So I do see Pisces, I see Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, Libra. I feel very strong Saturn, Mars energy, Taurus. We get fire. We get quite a bit of fire here that was hidden on the bottom of the deck. And so I do feel there's like a re-examination. And what I just noticed on this Eight of Pentacles was there's gossip here. There's definitely some gossip about a counterpart situation. So what's the closing message today? Emerald. The Emerald City is what I heard. And so there is a lot of transcendental energy coming through is what I feel like. And so this really is about going through a complete and total rebirth, a total refresh. This is about opening your heart to the limitless possibilities of the Emerald City. And so heart chakra energy. There is a situation here where I feel somebody has had a ball and chain over somebody's heart. And I do think it's time to get out from under somebody's thumb. And I'm hearing Venus again. And so be mindful of who you associate yourself with, because there is something here coming to light. And it's time to beam yourself way up with apophyllite. And then below that is the Diamond card. And so somebody here I feel is going through some type of very rough patch in their life, but this could lead to an engagement ring. This could lead to a higher level of love, higher level of engagement. And so I do think there's a connection here that's gone icy cold that it's time to break free from. And this really is about making your intentions perfectly clear, because I do feel somebody here might even feel like a spiritual target. And so it's time to beam yourself up out of a situation and to shine a light on what is actually good in your life. It's really time to release the skepticism when it comes to your true purpose here on earth. And so be mindful of your thoughts, because I do feel there are thoughts here that are dishonoring the innermost you, the purest part of you. And so how can you unlock your highest potential? Because I do feel there's going to be a situation here where the lid is about to be blown off. And you're going to have to be the superhero of your own life. You're going to have to take charge of a situation, and you don't need permission from anybody to go after what it is that you want. And that is the message that I have today, guys. So I really hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book in with me for a personal reading, check out the description box below, guys. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.